October 9, 1864. Valley Ascendancy. In the early autumn of 1864, the Union cavalry secured a major victory at the Battle of Tom's Brook in Shenandoah County, Virginia. On October 9th, Union forces under Brigadier General Alfred Torbert engaged Confederate cavalry led by Major General Thomas L. Rosser and Brigadier General Lunsford Lomax. The engagement occurred during the retreat of Philip Sheridan's army from its devastating campaign in the Shenandoah Valley known as the Burning, when Confederate cavalry had harassed the withdrawing columns of the Federals. Union strength at the battle is estimated at around 6,300 troopers, while Confederate cavalry deployed approximately 3,500. Casualties were light for the Federals, about 57, and heavier for the Confederates, around 350 killed, wounded, or captured missing. The battle took place on two principal axes, one along the back road and another along the Valley Pike. On the back road front, George Armstrong Custer's division flanked Rosser's force near Spikers Hill, achieving a breakthrough. On the pike front, forces under Torbert and Merritt pressed Lomax's troops. The Confederate lines broke, and their cavalry fled in disarray, a flight so rapid it was mockingly labeled the Woodstock Races, as Federal troops pursued them southward nearly to Woodstock, Virginia. One individual act that symbolizes the clash was the capture of the battle flag of the 32nd Virginia Cavalry by Union Private Edward R. Hanford of the 2nd U.S. Cavalry, for which he received the Medal of Honor on October 14, 1864. The significance of Tom's Brook lies in its marking of a turning point in the ascendancy of Union cavalry in the Eastern Theater. Prior to late 1864, Confederate cavalry had often outperformed its Union counterparts in Virginia. However, at Tom's Brook, the Union mounted forces demonstrated superior numbers, tactics, and weaponry. The battle has been called the most decisive Union cavalry victory in the Eastern Theater. The rout of Confederate cavalry severely damaged their morale and efficiency. After this engagement, Confederate mounted forces in Jubal Early's army were never able to mount significant threats to Union cavalry in the valley. In the larger strategic context, the battle strengthened Union control over the Shenandoah Valley by removing the harassing threat of Confederate cavalry during subsequent movements. It bolstered Sheridan's position as his forces prepared for later operations such as the Battle of Cedar Creek. The Union victory at Tom's Brook showcased the emergence of more modern cavalry warfare in the Civil War, in which cavalry units could fight mounted, dismounted, and employ repeating firearms to greater effect. Tom's Brook stands as a clear example of how tactical successes at the cavalry level could influence larger campaign outcomes. The Federal cavalry's affirmation of dominance in the Shenandoah Valley undermined Confederate confidence, reduced their mobility, and facilitated Union advances in the region. That day in October 1864, the Union horsemen did more than win a skirmish. They helped secure control over a vital theater of war. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.